To begin, we would like to acknowledge that tonight's event is taking place on the treaty territory of the Mississaugas of New Credit and the traditional territory of the Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and the Huron-Wendat. We are grateful to have the opportunity to work in this community. This film is eligible for the Grosh People Choice Award, so if you like this movie, please do not forget to vote, and you can do so at tiff.net/vote. We also would like to thank Well Go USA Entertainment and Fine Cut for providing us with this film. Korean master filmmaker and a regular at TIFF is back this year after 8 years with his latest film, Burning. A mystery thriller based on a story by Haruki Murakami. The film just recently, actually I think yesterday, was nominated to be the Oscar entry for Korea this year, so we hope that's very well deserved. When I first saw the film in Cannes, even though the screening was over 2 hours long, when I got out of the theater, I still wanted to see more of it, more of the story. It was that compelling to me. So that's why I'm especially happy to present this film to you today and to have here with us. I'm really, really happy and honored to have here with us the director Lee Chang-dong, my film hero, together with one of the lead actors of the film, Steven Yeun. Yeah. So please join me in welcome them on stage. Lee Chang-dong and Steven Yeun.
네, 안녕하세요. 이렇게 영화 버닝 보러 많이 와주셔서 고맙습니다.
Thank you all so much for coming to see Burning.
아까 지오바니가 이야기하신 대로 제가 8년 만에 영화를 만들었고요. 그래서 8년 만에 토론토에 다시 왔는데 저한테는 토론토 영화제 관객 여러분들이 정말 영화를 사랑하고 또 대단히 따뜻하게 맞아주던 관객이라는 기억이 있습니다.
As Giovanna mentioned, it has been 8 years since I've been at TIFF with my last film, and so I've returned. And to me, the TIFF staff and the audience, I've always felt that they really loved cinema and appreciate that.
그래서 8년 만에 여러분들을 이렇게 만나게 돼서 정말 반갑고요. 여러분들에게 제 영화 버닝을 소개하게 돼서 기쁩니다. 영화 버닝은 우리가 일상생활에 경험할 수 있는 어떤 미스테리한 사건을 다루는 영화인데 여러분들이 영화를 보시면서 우리가 사는 이 세상의 미스테리와 우리 삶의 미스테리까지 함께 느껴보는 기회가 됐으면 좋겠습니다.
I'm very happy to return and show the audience my film Burning. The film Burning is about mysteries of everyday life, so I hope the audience gets the opportunity to explore the mysteries of everyday life and life as a whole in general together through this film.
아무쪼록 좋은 감상 되시기 바랍니다. 고맙습니다.
Hope you enjoy. Thank you.
I'll just make this really quick, but this is and has been an incredible experience for me to sit in the middle of so many cultures throughout this whole experience, the filming, and even to be here in North America and have people see this beautiful film. I just feel very fortunate and honored to be part of a master's work. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you.
Hello again. Thank you for staying. Please welcome back the director of Burning, Lee Chang-dong. And the lead actor, Steven Yeun.
Sorry, I had to pee. It's 2 hours, 40 minutes.
Okay, so I don't want to take time away from your questions. So just to start the conversation, I'm going to ask director Lee Chang-dong. This film is based on on Haruki Murakami short story titled Burgeoning, which is not an easy book to adapt into a film. Why did you decide to choose this particular text to base your film on, and what was your approach? How did you execute it?
이 사실은 일본 NHK 방송사에서 무라카미 하루키 씨의 단편 소설 중에 한 편을 골라서 영화를 연출을 해달라는 제안을 받았었고요. 처음에는 다른 젊은 감독에게 기회를 주려고 했었는데 저는 프로듀싱만 하고 저하고 같이 쭉 일해왔던 시나리오 작가 오정미 씨가 이 반버닝이라는 단편 소설을 읽고 이것을 영화로 해보는 게 어떻겠냐고 제안을 했고 이 미스테리한 이야기가 여러 미스테리로 더 큰 미스테리로 확장되는 이야기 같아서 영화적으로 재미있겠다 싶어서 했습니다.
The Japanese broadcasting company NHK actually first suggested that I adapt one of Murakami's short stories into a film. And at first I was going to give the opportunity to one of the younger filmmakers and just produce the film. But the screenwriter that I've been working with for a few years now, Oh Jung-mi, suggested after reading Barn Burning that I choose this story and adapt it into film. The story, I thought that this mystery within the story itself could be expanded into bigger and other mysteries, and I thought that would be an interesting story that I can make into film.
And then Jang Jong-so is a new talent that you discovered, and what was her casting process like?
전종서 씨는 이 영화가 첫 작품인데요. 다른 영화의 오디션도 한번 보지 않은 신인이었는데 그 첫 느낌이 뭔가 속을 알 수 없는 느낌이었고 그 자체로 많은 이야기 그녀 자신이 많은 이야기를 감추고 있는 것 같은데 알 수 없는 그런 분위기를 느껴서 이 해미 역에 어울린다고 생각했습니다.
So this Burning is Chun Jong-seo's first feature. She hadn't actually even auditioned for anything before then. When I first met her, the feeling that I got from her was that I couldn't really figure out what she was thinking or what she was about, and this aspect of her, the fact that it feels like she's hiding various stories and feelings within her, that feeling itself made me think that she could portray Hemi.
And Stephen, you have worked in Hollywood as well as the Korean film industry. What are some interesting differences you experienced while working in these two, I imagine, very different environments?
Actually, I think on the surface it is a little different. There's language, there's customs, there's culture, but what's fascinating was I did have those concerns going in, and I had a previous chance to work with director Bong Joon-ho as well, so I kind of got a primer in that way. But what was really amazing about both experiences in Korea, and namely director Lee, was that there literally was no difference to the way that the film was made, in contrast to American or Western film. You realize that, I'm going to say some really superlative things, but genius is genius wherever you are. And, when you're telling something with such a direct idea, or at least from my point of view, a very sure base that Director Lee operates from, you realize that everything else is just equipment, and then what's happening there, the camera operators, the boom, like every single person in the cast and crew is just there to make a film, and that's something that's kind of transcendent of where you're at the time. So I didn't really feel a difference per se.
Thank you. And now, do you have any question? I'd like to ask you to please keep your question short and speak loudly so that everyone can hear you. Questions? Yes, please.
We're not sure about that.
The question is what? Yes, the question was what got into his mind to play the serial killer character.
Again, I don't admit to that at all. But I think Director Lee and I had a lot of conversations, and I think we could have easily kind of had our conversations about character and what he does in specific moments or how he is. But the conversations really went around a philosophical angle of who this person, what he thinks his reality is. And that took me to certain books and certain authors, and you can find those really easily when you're looking at the world from the viewpoint of Ben. Yeah, it was a preparation through a lot of text. I don't want to name them because you can find them, and it feels kind of bleh to kind of just say those names out loud. But there's a lot of things that I digested, and talking with Director Lee about it, we never got to the nitty-gritty of like I want you to do this at this time. It was more just a general, how does this person view the world and the people that inhabit it? Sorry, that's such a vague answer to your question. Apologize.
Other questions? Yes, please. Yeah, the gentleman with the white T-shirt. The original story was set into the past. What are the difficulties to adapt it into the present time? Am I correct? Yeah, thank you.
무라카미 하루키 씨의 원작은 사실은 그 시대 배경이 정확치 않은 소설이라고 생각하고요. 저는 이것이 지금 우리가 살고 있는 이 시대, 우리가 살고 있는 이 세상의 이야기로 충분히 만들 수 있고, 한국의 이야기이면서 동시에 전 세계 사람들이 같은 문제를 공감할 수 있는 이야기라고 생각했습니다.
I think that the historical or the background of Murakami's short story is actually unclear, and I think that the stories and the topics and the issues that the short stories touches on is perfectly capable of being put into the modern world and the problems that the current world encompasses.
More questions? Yes, please, over there. Yeah.
What did you do for 8 years since the last film? How have you been?
사실 이 질문을 영화 만들고 난 뒤부터 굉장히 많이 받았는데요. 8년 동안 뭐 했나? 그런데 사실은 그동안 뭐랄까요, 좀 쓸데없는 고민이랄까요, 이런 생각을 많이 했는데 내가 이제 앞으로 어떤 영화를 만들어야 되는지, 그 영화라는 것이 뭔지, 영화를 통해서 내가 관객들하고 어떻게 소통할 수 있는지 이런 고민을 많이 했고, 이 영화를 여러분들이 보시면서 이 영화 속에 영화에 대한 저의 본질적인 질문과 고민이 들어있다고 생각해 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
I've been receiving this question a lot lately about what I had been doing for 8 years. I did think about a lot of useless things, but I also did think about what movie I should make next, and what film is, and how I can communicate with the audience with my next film. So and the result of the thinking about my thinking about the fundamental questions about what film is, etc. That can be seen through Burning.
We have time for just one last question. Yes, please. So violence against women is a very important subject. How do you feel that this film fits into this subject?
이 영화는 관객 여러분들이 해석하기에 따라서 여성에 대한 폭력이 숨어 있을 수도 있고요. 이를테면 만약에 벤이 연쇄살인범이라면, 근데 또 그렇지 않을 수도 있고, 혜미가 스스로 어딘가로 가버렸을 수도 있죠. 그러니까 여성에 대한 폭력 또는 우리 사회의 다른 폭력들, 이런 것을 이 영화에서 이야기하는 것일 수도 있고, 또는 그게 숨겨져 있을 수도 있고, 그렇지 않을 수도 있고, 그것은 관객 여러분들의 해석과 선택에 맡겨져 있다고 말할 수 있습니다.
Depending on how you interpret the film, the film can be interpreted to think that violence against women is hidden in the story. For example, if Ben is a serial killer. However, the film also deals with the other types of violences that exists in society, and so the choice is ultimately the audience's and what kind of violence they read into it or not.
Thank you. We have to wrap up the conversation here. Thank you so much.
감사합니다. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Director Lee. Thank you.